Hey, uh, since I'm going to make fondant for cake order, my base is Royal Icing, so I'll show you how I make Royal Icing. Um, because it's a base for fondant, I don't put it with, I don't use it with vanilla extract. And since I'm using the fresh eggs for this one, not aged egg whites, I opted not to use cream of tartar. And also, salt is optional on my mixture. This is egg whites of three eggs. Yeah, yeah. I've separated it already, and I'm sure there's no egg yolk because those are the egg yolks, and they are unpunctured, unruptured, so it's all egg whites. And this is my boiling water because I'll be whisking it over boiling water. I used a 6-inch cake ring, so I'm sure that the boiling water won't touch the base of the bowl. And this is the 1.5 cup powdered sugar. Okay, so my ratio for royal icing is 3 egg whites and 1.5 cup powdered sugar. So water is boiling now, and I'll be placing the camera on a stand so I can move more freely. So there. Since it's boiling, I can double boil the egg whites with half the quantity of this powdered sugar. I don't put it all because it's gonna be difficult to whisk it if I put it all. Um, I put half of this, or roughly half of this, and then double boil or whisk it over boiling water. And then once that's exposed like a bit, about 2 minutes over boiling water, it cooks the egg whites, and then I'll transfer it to the KitchenAid, and then put the rest of the royal icing and put the rest of the powdered sugar, and then beat it until stiff peaks form, and that's the royal icing. Okay, so let's do that. So here's the 3 egg whites, and I'm putting half of this. You see, I'm not measuring half, just roughly half. And I also didn't sift the powdered sugar because since we'll be whisking it continuously while it's cooking, it'll melt. Basically, you just continue with whisking until it sort of steams. The egg mixture inside the bowl sort of steams, and that's it. That's about 2 minutes whisking over boiling water. So it's important that it's whisked over boiling water. You see, this one is touching the boiling water, but that's not directly in contact with the egg. So eggs are here, not here. Okay, so the cake ring prevents this part from touching the boiling water. So just have to continue until we get to the 5 minutes and 30-second mark. this point, you just have to agitate the egg whites with the powdered sugar. You just have to keep it busy so it doesn't stick to the sides of the bowl. That way you don't get curdled eggs. And that's it. So that's 2 minutes over boiling water. And this one we will put in the electric mixer, the stand mixer, with the rest of the powdered sugar. Whisk it until stiff peaks form. Okay, so now we continue. I've put the mixture on the KitchenAid and I've attached wire whisk. Yep, sorry. Okay, so that's the 3 egg whites and half the quantity of the powdered sugar. If you add more powdered sugar, the mixture or the royal icing would get thicker, of course, and it will also get heavier, but it'll set harder. So if you need a harder royal icing, you just add more powdered sugar. So that. Sorry about the light. I'm using another gadget to light it up. There. So I'll start mixing. And here's the rest of the powdered sugar. We'll just add it. And then we'll just continue mixing until it gets stiff peaks. And that's my royal icing with just 2 ingredients. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to put flavoring like vanilla or lemon or strawberry, but those are you add extracts, and instead of cream of tartar you can also use lemon juice. So yeah, so we'll just wait for it to stiffen up, and then that's the royal icing I use. And royal icing is my base for the fondant that I formulated. The fondant that I sort of gotten to develop over the years. So that's what I am making tonight. It's really white because it's just egg white and powdered sugar. So that's almost 2 minutes of beating on high. Getting thicker. Turn it off a bit and then scrape the sides and continue whisking. very thick. And I'll show you the peaks. Just a few minutes now, or seconds. Yep, okay, we'll check. Let's check that. Yep. Yeah, that's stiff peaks right there. So this is the Royal Icing that I use for my fondant base. Stiff peak. It doesn't bend at the tip. It's really stiff, but it's still pipeable. It's still shapeable. It develops crust the more it is exposed. So if you're not gonna use it yet, if you're not gonna pipe it yet, you have to cover it with a nanya wrap or cling wrap, and then make sure that the cling wrap touches the surface of the royal icing, and that's it. So there, pardon the background. Doing stuff. So okay, so ito yung, this is the royal icing that we made. So that's the texture. It's shiny kasi actually it's the powdered sugar, the sugar that's giving the shine ng royal icing. Pero once it crusts up, it loses its shine. So that's the texture. This one you can use to coat the cake, and then when it crusts, it stiffens and it's stable and it's sturdy. So it's also the mixture that you can use for air dried rosettes or air dried roses, the small ones. That's it.